Ladies and gentlemen, we now continue with the divided states of America. Even while this day of reckoning is mounting, when you are making your last ditch efforts to get to the polls to cast that vote for your measure of what you believe is the best thing for you, they are out there. Evil is. It's championed ways of more evil. I mean, evil is out there with a message of violence, getting its supporters to get their guns, to intimidate folks, to act just like bullies of the world. Like we have come to capture this thing, if we might. We're taking it, no doubt. And doing it in bold colors. Got a guy who's been on television and who's marketing this thing. He hasn't said one dead blessed thing about the promise of the future, except it is the same thing you promised from the beginning. We're going to take this nation, and ladies and gentlemen, what it says to me is it's going to take over God's plan. And when I think about this evil dealing with this nation that's so divided that they're willing to pick up guns and willing to go and cause disaster, I don't know what happened, but somewhere down the line, I was taught that this kind of activity was evil. I was taught that stay away from this kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff that will send you straight to hell. That's what I was taught. Now, Donald Trump says, well, it made Putin the man in charge. It made this guy in North Korea in charge. It made this guy in China in charge. Everywhere, these men acted as if evil was their only key. And they used it to the fullest. They used it to the maximum. Even in Africa, black men, everywhere, they would use it to the maximum. They ended up running the show because there were weak people who took it. Now, when I say weak people, I'm not necessarily talking about turning around, shooting it out, having another civil war. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm talking about just totally resisting. Totally resisting because it is improper to give any of your power to the functioning of evil. And let them know you are evil and I will not serve you. You are evil and I will not serve you. You say, well, then you're going to starve and you're going to, no, you're not going to do any of those things. You're going to start exercising a system of government set up by the principles of God. And that means that all of you are going to have all your needs met. In evil, well, one thing about evil, evil wants to abuse others. And when others reject evil, then evil turns on itself. And when evil turns on itself, as we are seeing here in America today, what we have here in America is evil turning on itself. We have some people in this country that are so evil. I'm repeating myself, I know it, but I got to say this to prove a point. There are people in this country that are so evil that they're willing to kill and do everything they can to destroy. It's just that evil. And there are others that are evil, but they're not that evil. They are not that evil, but they do know that, really coming at it, it destroys both of them. So they stand up as best they possibly can anyway. Now, what does the best they possibly can mean? It means possibly that they'll do just like the Russians did, give in. They'll do just like the Chinese did. They'll just give up. And so America is just that evil too. And so if Donald Trump becomes president of the United States again, you know that means America has just given up. And that ain't funny, because the children of the living God will probably be going home pretty soon, because they will not give allegiance to the devil. And so if they took Jesus home, if they took Gandhi home, if they took Martin Luther King home, if they took Malcolm X home, and I would like to think that something happened fantastic about the guys that were assassinated in their own countries when people were trying to take over. You know, people that we, the rest of us, might not even know their names, but they were standing for something and they were wiped out. Even John F. Kennedy. I mean, this man was killed viciously. So they don't kill team players. Evil had something against John F. Kennedy. I mean, really. So that means that it's time for us to go. This is the day of reckoning. Everybody says they want to go to heaven when they die. Now is the time for you to prove it. Just stand up and tell if Trump wins and you want to, stand up and tell evil that you're not going to obey and you're not going to abide and mean it. And tell the world why. Show them the evilness. Then tell them how good it is when God's rule is in play. And don't give up. I guarantee you, something will happen. There'll be some changes in the world, or they will send you on home. And that's how you determine who gets into heaven. Those who are killed for trying to build it. Now you let somebody tell you if you want them that somebody forgave you and you getting into heaven. Let it be true. That's for the sake of it. Let's just let it be true. But to vet, it has to be verified. It has to be verified. Now, how is it verified? By you not taking a chance. You taking care of business. That's how. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'll just leave it there. I got interrupted on the first part. Kind of got my thoughts mixed up. But I wanted to say what I say, and I want to thank you so very much for listening. Until next time, Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.